places.
What am I supposed to do?
Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
This looks as good a place as any.
Maybe I'll right here.
It's a pleasant breeze. No shame in letting down the hair now.
I've just remembered. There was another matter we were to attend to hereabouts. Was there not?
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether it will be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
I suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
What's all this ruckus?
Living is hard.
I'm barely scraping
Dreams
by.
are free. So to each their own.
Gather round, gather round. Treat you much appreciated. Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermund is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand was made. And who the asker? Why, the beast! An uncanny affair, to say the least. Yet there was no time for shock and dismay, as "Answer my riddle," did the fearsome thing say. The trickery was clear. To respond meant certain doom. But in the midst of his answer, he'd doubtless be consumed. So a mighty attack did our hero dispense, to conquer his foe and banish it thence. With a single strike was the towering beast repelled, to quail in fear at the mortal strength it beheld. Such is the legacy of Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day.
What a fool I
Made
was.
to think I could survive this.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master much appreciated. Gather round.
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place.
Much to do yet.
Go on, have a look.
You've made yourself an enemy.
My knees have been acting up of late.
When I know how to spend.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
This may require a delicate...
I've got to keep moving.
I'm unsure how best...
So, you've come, Captain...
Soldier can have his loyalty.
Remember your training.
This is confidently laundry.
Goodness me.
Up at dawn. Done by dusk.
I refuse to allow this.
But not to be expected.
I am wounded.
My knees all day. My legs are as lead.
Is autumn misty?
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Or Jesus arisen is false, or have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah! They say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be Arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true Arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be? Escape? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to and I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. That said, If you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, tell me. I suspected as much. Then we are done here.
The best quality a soldier can have is loyalty.
Sarnit. I'm nodding off where I stand.
Oh, Master, I thought I might never see you again.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Like it or not, I must
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master. This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Or so I've learned.
Days like this make me glad to be alive.
Places such as this depend upon my vigilance.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
I've little enough gold to spend as 'tis.
Say, have you been to Harv? 'Tis a quaint little village down... Well, if you do visit, you might want to give the old man... I hear he sets out to sea on his boat, day after day, only to be returned to shore by the brine again and again. As if that wasn't queer enough, he's apt to talk your ear off about some world I cannot fathom his obsession.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
As your pack becomes heavier, so too does your step. Perchance you ought to let a few things go.
Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Aye. Tell is her ties to this figure from the neighboring country have a romantic tint.
Oh, what does this say?
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
May the heavens protect me. 'Tis here that the bodies of those who fall in vermin. I beg you to conduct yourself with care, and with a reverence befitting of one who walks among the dead. You are more than welcome to return. Heavens preserve us.
I don't fancy my chances.
These old bones.
Only person I believe in is myself.
Quite the predicament.
Sit still. However pressed, no man is like to hand her his own wife, eh? The Watchhead refused, and rightly so. But his lordship doesn't take no for an answer. He employed his usual method, which is to say, he dispatched poor old Gregor departed last night. I'm sorry to say it, but he shan't be returning. That's the sort of man that noble is, you see.
Really now? You don't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
I shall take this.
A welcome respite from all that hustle and bustle. Silence cultivates.
I've no time to be social. I've too much to do.
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away.
Off we trot.
Good tidings to you. Are you the Arisen? Aye, I thought you might be the one. My husband spoke. I suppose you're here to see him. You'll have to come another day, I fear. Tis a perilous mission at that. I've heard he is to fell a Dullahan at the Ill-Doer's resting place. I worry for him. I do hope he'll... Oh, Sir Ludolf, you say? Aye, we're acquainted. As I recall, his visit started just before Gregor was given his new assignment. Why are you asking me about him? Does this have aught to do with my husband? What? No. Sir Arisen, I beg of you, you must save my husband. You will be repaid, I swear it. No amount of gold can compare to his life. Just please, save him. Oh, thank goodness. Pray, go to him at once. My husband's life is in your hands, sir.
We ought not to dawdle when our aid is sorely needed. If we are to aid Sir Gregor, we must needs make for the ill-doer's resting place.
Very well. I'll guide you there directly.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
This journey will be a long one. What say we employ an ox cart and save our feet the blisters?
'Tis the Arisen's choice to make. Though I certainly wouldn't begrudge the chance to put my feet up.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen is wolves.
Blame is weakness. I'll wager I could make that shot.
Be sure to aim true.
You trying to piss me off?
Slit your bleeding throat.
We've a long journey ahead of us. We ought to employ an ox cart and save our strength.
I knew it to be so. Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. Could you come over here? Our traits mesh well together. Each of us is suited to a different task.
We need only hone our skills.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next. I thought I was leading the way. But I suppose your whims take precedence.
The Arisen is capricious indeed. But don't despair. We shall count upon your guidance when the time comes. I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Here, if you please. Follow me, Arisen.
Ah, oxen.
They are endearing creatures, compared to the monsters we oft face.
Would you come over here? I don't suppose begging for a reward is far one of its Do not waste this chance. Must press home our advantage.
I shall lead the charge!
Understood.
Here, if you please.
Just follow me.
I see you, Strange. Dry off as soon as you can.
Perhaps you'd like to take care of your lady.
The enemy has called reinforcements. It seems they mean to match our might through strength of numbers.
Could you come over here?
You're all out of line.
Seems we've enemies in our midst. Caution would be wise. We ought not let it halt us in our course.
Hold it!
I'll turn you into a pincushion.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
Here, if you please.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trait that you find. A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? These beams are only truly defeated when their stores are smashed beyond repair. Battle is best avoided.
Looks like a curative, but still one with
to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Unbelievable! I'll turn you into a pincushion!
Battle is to be avoided, I take it, Arisen.
Watch your footing, Master! Losing your balance on an incline this sharp could be perilous! That's the spirit!
Perhaps you might join the fight yourself?
Not a bad idea. Harvey, take this. 'Tis something I found. I wanted you to have it. I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around. 'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where... I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer... a combat.
I dare say, I've accomplished a few feats to be proud of at least.
Let us work together to honor the Arisen's trust. What say we get some rest? I'm not sure I could face a trek with my belly so full.
Here, if you please.
You? What are you doing here? I had not thought aid would come. Soldiers, all is not lost yet.
I've met my end. My thanks to you, Arisen. Feast your eyes on this! I cannot let myself be overcome!
If we are to aid Sir Gregor, we must needs make for the ill-doer's resting place. I can guide you there, if you wish.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on. Did anyone else see that? Aught catches the light.